Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. So, how are you all doing? Grade one? Good. That's very good. So, are you guys enjoying the classes? Yes? Perfect. Okay. So, do you guys remember me? Who am I? Who is going to tell me? Yes, Miss Omama. Lovely. Okay. So, in yesterday's class, it was your first class, an intro class. So, we introduced each other. We talked about the book that we will be using, and we roughly discussed the topics that we will be covering as well. Let's say, and then we move forward, and we revise the first 10 digits. And I also gave you a homework for, what was the home assignment? Who is going to tell me? Yes, okay, Sarah wants to tell me. Yes, Sarah, what was the home assignment? Yes, you guys were asked to revise the first 10 digits with their numbered names as well, right? Like you have to revise the name of the digits in words. Perfect. Okay. So let's quickly revise the number names and then we will move forward. Okay, I'll be asking you a few questions and you have to answer me the questions very quickly. Okay. Who is going to tell me what comes before six? Yes. Yes, Ali. Five. Okay. And what are the spellings of five? Five. Five. Wonderful. Who is going to tell me what comes after seven? Eight. And what are the spellings of eight? Eight. Eight. Excellent. Who is going to tell me what comes between four and six? Again, five. Wonderful. What comes before two? One. What are the spellings of one? O-N-E. One. Excellent. What comes after three? It's four. And what are the spellings of four? F-O-U-R. Four. Very well done. Okay. So I told you that we have to start our every work, our every task with the great name of Allah. So do say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before moving forward. And let's quickly revise the classroom rules. The very first rule was that you are not allowed to turn your camera off during the online classes. You are supposed to sit in front of this camera and you have to pick up the corner where there is no distortion, there is no type of disturbance, so that you can take your classes very easily and you can pay attention to what is happening in the class. The second rule was that you are supposed to raise your hand if you want to say something or if you want to ask a question. You are supposed to raise your hand and then you have to wait for your turn. Okay. And what was the third rule? Yes, you have to listen to when someone is speaking. This means that if somebody else, some of your class fellow is asking something, a question or something, you have to pay attention to what he or she is asking, because it must be related to your subject, to your studies as well. And the last but not the least was that you have to follow all the directions very quickly and carefully so that you can practice the same work at your home, or if I give you any activity, you can do that very carefully. Okay. So we have revised each and everything. Let's move forward. Today we will start from the roll of zero and then we will move forward. Okay. So here I'm going to draw our, can you see this circle? Right? And it's empty. There is nothing inside it. Right? So if I ask you, and here, okay, let's say here I'm going to draw, okay, I'm going to draw some of the, okay, consider them as butterflies. I know they do not look like butterflies, but I'm not good at drawing. Okay. So consider them as butterflies. Okay. Okay. So apparently you have to write over here that it's numeracy class. Okay. So apparently there is nothing inside this big circle, right? There is nothing inside it. So if I ask you how many number of items or how many number of butterflies are there in the circle, what would you say? You would say zero, right? You would say there are zero number of butterflies. This means that when we say there are zero number of butterflies, or say I have zero amount of money, or there are no cars inside the school or anything, this means that zero means empty, right? When we have nothing, we call it as zero, right? So this was the role. Now let's move forward, and can you see this number? what I have written. What is this? This is number 1, right? Why? Because I have written 0 before 1, right? Now let's look at this number. What is this? This is 10. Why? Because I have placed 0 after 1. So 0 has changed the number, changed the value of the number. How? When I put before that, it was nothing. It was single number, right? When I put the 0 after 1, it has changed into 10, right? So this is the role of 0. Now let's say if I add another 0 after it, it has become 100 now. What if I added 3 zeros? It has become 1000. One more, 10,000, and so on, right? So this is the role of 0, that if you placed it before any digit, it has no value. If you placed it after any digit, it changes the number or it multiplies it by the 10. How? It was 1. When I placed a single 0 after it, it turns into 10. So 1 multiplied by 10, the answer is 10 times greater than the initial number. If I put another 0 after it, it has become 100. Now 10 times 10 is 100. So again, value of 10, right? So 0 is, there is this counting which starts from 1 and we call them as natural numbers, and then there is this counting odd numbers which start from 0 and we call it as whole numbers, right? So 0 plays very important part in our counting, in our mathematics, in all of the fields where we use maths. And here we have started our lecture with the role of 0. And I told you that when we had nothing inside the circle, we call it as we have 0 number of items, right? Now let's say if I, okay, let's remove this so that it looks quite neat. Okay, if I move this one butterfly from here within the circle, let's say, how many number of items are now there inside the circle? 1, right? Let's move the second one as well. How many number of items now? 2, right? Let's move the third one as well. How many number of items now? 3. If we move the fourth one, it would be 4. And if we move the fifth one, it would be 5, right? Now, if I draw some more butterflies over here, or let's say I draw some balls over here, I have drawn these 5 balls, and if I pick all of these balls and put them inside the circle, how many number of items are now in total? There are 10 number of items in total within the circle, right? So we started with 0. When there was nothing inside the circle, we call it as 0. It was empty. And then we started putting every number of, we started from 1 digit, then we add in it, and now we had in total 10 number of butterflies, or 10, let's say 5 balls and 5 butterflies inside the circle. Okay, so okay, so now I'm going to ask you, or before that I'm going to show you a video. And what you have to do is, the video will help you revise the number names with the spellings as well. Or before watching the video, let's I'll be giving you some numbers, and you have to tell me the spellings of them. Okay. Okay, then we will watch the video at the end. Okay, so let's start with, I'll be drawing some number of items over here, and you have to tell me how many number of items are there. Okay. Okay, raise your hands one by one and tell me how many number of items are there. Let's look at this one. Count them. 1, 2, 3. So, who is going to tell me the spellings of 3? Yes, Sarah. T H R double E. 3. Excellent. Okay. Now look at the balls. How many footballs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And who is going to tell me the spellings of 4? Yes, Ali. F O U R 4. Wonderful. Now look at the butterflies. How many butterflies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. F I V E 5. Excellent. Let's move forward. Okay, what should I draw? Let's draw some cups. Okay, who is going to tell me how many number of cups are there? 1 and 2. And who is going to tell me the spellings of 2? Yes, Elise. T W O 2. Wonderful. And the last here, I'm going to draw this racket. How many rackets are there? Only one. And O N E 1. Wonderful. Okay, so see how intelligent students I have. All of you remember the spelling names, and I'm very happy that you revised what I have given to you. Now, what you have to do is you have to open your notebooks, prepare the page, write the date, write CW, and what you have to do is you have to write first 5 number names with their spellings. Okay, first write the digit, like you would first write 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and then write their spellings. You can write them in arranging order as well, or if you want to draw the same pictures or you want to draw in the same way, you can do that as well. And then you will write the numbers in the similar order as well. Then 4, then 5, then 2, and then 1. Okay. Okay, open your notebooks. Hurry up. Okay, so all of you are done. So let's quickly watch a video. I'm going to share the screen with you, and you have to tell me whether it is visible to you or not. Okay, so is the screen visible? Yes or no? Yes, perfect. Okay. Why is there no? Wonderful. Okay, so we have seen a video in which there were a number of footballs that the one number of one more item was being added to the previous one, and then the number changes. For example, previously in the first we will have one football, we added one more into it, it becomes two football, then three, then 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So at end we had 10 number of footballs and we started from 0. Okay, so what we have done today? Okay, who is going to tell me what you have learned today? You have to summarize today's lecture in 2 to 3 points what we have learned today. Okay, we started from a quick revision. Yes. Okay, then we move forward to roll up 0. Excellent. And then we discussed number names of first 5 digits, and then we watched a video. Excellent. Okay, so that was all for today, grade 1. And what you have to do is you have to practice these number names again at your home. You have to write them with the spellings, and in tomorrow's class, inshallah, we will do next 5 number names. Until then, let's see you in social studies class, and until then, take care, and Allah Hafiz class.